decades, Rotary clubs in District 3450 has devoted their passion, energy, and intelligence to improving the livelihood of millions of people in this region through a wide spectrum of projects covering such areas as poverty alleviation, education and youth service, health and medical care, and social inclusion. The spirit of Rotary resonates well with the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region government's vision of building a caring and cohesive society in Hong Kong. Poverty alleviation and support for the disadvantaged and underprivileged are among the top priorities of our policy agenda. The recurring government expenditure on social welfare is expected to reach an all-time high of 79.8 billion Hong Kong dollars in the current financial year, or 55% up on 5 years ago. This amount constitutes 19.6% of government's total recurring expenditure, second only to education, which stands at 20.8%. I always give an example to people visiting Hong Kong to underline the importance to attach to livelihood issues. I always describe this in very simple terms, that for every $100 that the Hong Kong government spends every day, recurring expenditure, $20.80 go to education, which is the 9th share, because we see education not as spending, but as investment. If we don't invest in educating our own young people, we have no future at all. The second largest item, of course, is welfare, because our population is aging. We need to look after the really old people and also the underprivileged. And of course, followed by medical, which is 17.5%. In other words, 20.8, 19.6, and 17.5 in that order, amounting to 50% of the total government recurring expenditure. According to the latest figures, our recurring cash projects lifted 360,000 Hong Kong citizens out of poverty in the year 2016, or a reduction of the poverty rate by 5.2 percentage points, from 19.9% to 14.7%. This is still relatively high. In addition, on recurring cash benefits, such as provision of rates waiver and additional social security payments, further reduced the poverty rate to 13.7%. While means-tested in-kind benefits, comprising mainly public rental housing, lifted an additional 287,000 people out of poverty and further reduced the poverty rate by 3.3% to 10.4%. In other words, if you count government cash, recurring cash intervention, and of course non-recurring, including one-off benefit and as well as those in-kind services like public housing, in fact, the poverty rate is down to 10.4%. Nurturing our next generation is another very steadfast commitment of the current term government. We are committed to creating more opportunities and providing more support for them to unleash their potential. In doing so, young people will see hope and opportunities for upward mobility. And in fact, the word upward mobility figures prominently on our radar for the current term. To improve education quality, the current term government has pledged to boost recurring education expenditure by 5 billion Hong Kong dollars, of which $3.6 billion has been approved by the Legislative Council. Of course, the chairman, the president is here tonight, Mr. Andrew Leung, of which, in fact, $3.6 million has been approved by the legislature already. An additional recurring expenditure of $2 billion has further been allocated for enhancing the professional development of teachers, strengthening support to kindergartens, and providing integrated education and life-wide learning. We also provide an average of over 70,000 annual places for our youth and students to participate in exchange and internship programs on the mainland, including the Bay Area, the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Bay Area, and overseas to broaden their horizon and exposure to work culture in different places. In other words, close to 1 out of 10 Hong Kong students and youth have the chance to go outside Hong Kong every year, either to the mainland or overseas to broaden outlook and horizon. We've also launched 2 collaboration projects, namely the Future Stars program and Life Buddies mentoring program, to encourage local businesses and members of the public to become mentors, to give inspiration and advice to our younger generation. We've also launched a youth hostel scheme and space sharing scheme for youth, 共用空間計劃, 青年宿舍, to support young people in pursuing their career and even starting their own businesses. In addition, 3 high-level commissions, namely the Commission on Children, Youth Development Commission, and Human Resources Planning Commission, have been set up under my chairmanship to oversee holistically key development stages of our next generation, from childhood and youth development to career planning, with a view to helping our young people to chart their way forward and realize fully their potential. I've also set up, on my own initiative, a steering committee on ethnic minorities to enhance collaboration within the government on strengthening and enhancing support to encourage and facilitate the integration of ethnic minorities into society. We've set aside $500 billion of the government budget for this particularly worthy cause. I must say that ethnic minorities play a very important role in Hong Kong. At the moment, we've got around 250,000 of them in Hong Kong. They contribute tremendously to the economy. Apart from expatriates, we've got 85,000 South Asians born in Hong Kong. They are Hong Kong permanent residents. And we need to do more to ensure their integration in the community. However, to enhance the livelihood of our people, government efforts alone cannot be enough. We need the support of all sectors of the community, like Rotary International District 3450, to help create a better place for all. Indeed, I'm most delighted to learn that with Dr. Ho at the helm, Rotary is formulating a youth hostel scheme to provide affordable rental units for our young people. On this encouraging note, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my warmest appreciation once again to Rotary International District 3450 for your enduring support for creating a caring, compassionate, cohesive community in Hong Kong. I wish District 3450, under the leadership of Dr. Ho, another fruitful year ahead, and all of you, good health, all happiness, and an enjoyable evening. And of course, don't forget the World Soccer matches over the weekend on television. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Matthew Cheung AP, for the enlightening speech.
In the past Rotary year 2017-2018 District Governor H.W. Fung has fully contributed himself to our district. It's time for H.W. to share his work with us. 2017-2018 District Governor H.W., please.
Chief Secretary for Administration of the Hong Kong SAR Government, the Honourable Matthew Cheung, past Rotary International President Gary Wong, distinguished guests, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, Interactors, ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
First of all, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all of you to this installation ceremony. My heartiest thanks to all of you for kindly spending your evening with us and witnessing the ceremony. Prior to that, I would like to take the opportunity to give a brief report of what has been accomplished by Rotarians in Rotary District 3450 during the past 1 year. At the beginning of Rotary year 2017-18, that is back in July 2017, we have drawn up our plans with due reference to the expectation of Rotary International and also our own community needs. More specifically, the strategic priorities of Rotary are: first, support and strengthen clubs with emphasis on growth. Second, focus and increase humanitarian services with emphasis on enlarging the scale of worthwhile projects so that more people will be benefited. And third, enhance the public image and awareness of Rotary. We also looked at the then Rotary International President Ian Risley is a strong advocate of environmental protection. He has appealed to all Rotarians to plant 1 tree per person before the World Earth Day, which fell on the 22nd of April, 2018. He also emphasized on the importance of nurturing our younger generation through various means, including cultural exchange trips. And of course, the eradication of polio continue to be a priority item on the Rotary agenda. In addition to the expectation of Rotary International within our own district, we looked at we should address health issues from various perspectives, as we are facing a rapidly aging population and also an alarming increase in the suicidal rate among our young people. We have therefore planned our work against the above background. Let me share with you what we have done during the past 12 months. First of all, about growth of our Rotary family. As you may be aware, there are several components in the membership of our Rotary family. Besides Rotarians who are members of Rotary clubs, we have Rotaractors who are members of Rotary clubs, Interactors who are members of Interact clubs. Rotaractors are young people within the age range of 18 to 30, approximately. Many of them are undergraduates and belong to Rotary clubs, which are university-based. Basically, we have Rotary clubs set up in each and every university and post-secondary institute. We also have many young people who are working and have joined community-based Rotary clubs. Interactors are mainly secondary school students who have joined Interact clubs set up in their schools. These young people, Rotaractors and Interactors, are the future of Rotary. With experience of and exposure to Rotary service and values in their early age, hopefully they will become Rotarians when they grow up. There are also members in the community who, for one reason or another, have not had the time or resources to become a Rotarian, but would like to join Rotary service activities. For these passionate volunteers, we form Rotary Community Corps for them to join. I'm pleased to present to you, my dear friends, a picture of growth in the different components of our Rotary family in the past 12 months. The number of Rotary clubs has increased from 89 to 93, with about 2,400 members. The number of Rotary clubs has increased from 72 to 75, with about 8,000 members. And the number of Interact clubs has increased from 75 to 83, with about 3,300 members. While the number of Rotary Community Corps has also increased from 12 to 13 with 300 members. So I'm pleased to report to you that our Rotary family now has around 14,000 members working together, doing good to the community. So much on membership, ladies and gentlemen. Rotary year 2017-18 has been an eventful year for Rotary District 3450. I feel privileged and honored as governor of the district to have been associated with many innovative and interesting service projects which meet the expectation of Rotary making a difference. Let me now spend the next 10 minutes on some major services and activities we had over the year. In response to the appeal of Rotary International President Ian that every Rotarian should plant a tree, we have completed before 22nd of April 2018, the World Earth Day, the planting of more than 3,500 trees in Hong Kong and Macau. The majority of these trees were planted in the Feng Yun Butterfly Reserve over 10 weekends. The activity was participated by Rotarians and their family members and friends. The number of trees planted exceeded the number of Rotarians in our district. I trust Rotary International, besides taking these tree plantings as an environmental goal, also wants to use it to illustrate how impactful Rotarians could be when they join hands and focus on the same topic. As mentioned earlier, we need to address the health issues of our rapidly aging population and the increasing rate of suicide among our youth. For this purpose, we have set up a district health committee. Our Rotary clubs have been doing many free, traditional health services, providing care to the elderly and the underprivileged, which is much welcome in our community. We have continued to offer such services in the past 12 months. We have also conducted another round of cardiac pulmonary resuscitation training, the CPR training, on the use of the AED, the automated external defibrillator. For this round, the training targets were teachers, and almost in no time, the several hundred training seats offered were fully subscribed. On top of the above, several new and innovative health-related projects have been initiated. These include a laughing yoga charity exercise involving some 900 participants, which took place in October 2017. Together, the participants learned how laughing in a proactive way could enhance health and drive away sickness. A two-day mental health symposium was held in the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, in which 14 lectures and workshops were offered to attendees, as well as exhibition of panels presenting various kinds of mental health issues and ways and means of detecting and addressing them. And a series of participative drama on sex violence was conducted among 10 schools. The response and participation were highly positive and encouraging. Rotary District 3450 has been a strong advocate and supporter of organ donation. We continued our work last year and mounted a stage show in the Hong Kong Brands and Products Exhibition, which is patronized by more than 1 million visitors every year. The event was well attended, and the audience was highly impressed by the performing celebrities, delivering the message that we should sign up to be organ donors. Hong Kong faced an alarmingly low inventory of blood for transfusion in the year 2017. The situation was aggravated in the winter season, when for a prolonged period we were threatened by influenza and cold weather, which has caused a further drop in the number of regular blood donors. Our district organized a timely blood donation activity in early 2018 in response to the urgent appeal from the Hong Kong Red Cross. Apart from serving the community, we are mindful of the importance of nurturing our younger generation to ensure sustainability of our work. The Rotary Youth Leadership Award Program, known as RYLA in short, was a great success with training camps organized in both Hong Kong and Mongolia. In January 2018, a delegation of young graduates and Rotaractors was sponsored to understudy the technological and innovation development in Israel. Participants found the trip eye-opening and inspiring. Further trips are being planned. Furthermore, some 3 million Hong Kong dollars was raised to support students who have financial difficulties in continuing their programs up to degree level. In various institutes under the Vocational Council, Training Council. During the year, we have arranged several large-scale careers expo for secondary students in cooperation with the Education Bureau and schools. These were highly welcomed by students, parents, and teachers. Our younger generation needs different types of exposures and opportunities to develop their potential. This is well illustrated by the success of the Rookie Star, the street dance competition, which has now become an international event, bringing public attention to the positive impact the activity has on the enhancement of confidence, stamina, and discipline among our younger generation. Our services are not confined to the local community. 47 clubs in our district joined hands to install water purification systems in 20 schools in the Ningxia province, enabling more than 50,000 students and teachers to enjoy directly drinkable water. Our marketplace mechanism has continued to enable clubs in Hong Kong, Macau, Mongolia, and the Guangdong province to support each other in joint service projects. Our clubs have also initiated and supported many global grant projects conducted within our district and beyond, in cooperation with clubs in other districts. These are large-scale projects, each involving funding more than $30,000 and are thus eligible for application of global grant from the Rotary Foundation. The picture would not be complete without mentioning the Rotary Hong Kong Ultra Marathon, which went into its 4th year in March 2018. And for the first time, we had international runners joining the event. The overall champion was a gentleman from Kenya, while we also had very good runners from the mainland of China, Mongolia, and Taiwan. Our territory-wide joint competition was highlighted this year by having the cooperation and sponsorship of the Mass Transit Railway Company, using trains and scenery seen from trains as the theme for the competition. And we broke a Guinness record by having the largest assembly formed by Rotarians and children with Down syndrome to plait the African drum together. The Ultra Marathon, the joint competition, the African drum playing, and similar events illustrate how Rotary could help bonding effectively different groups in our community to promote harmony and unity. They also help bring Rotary to the public attention in different perspectives. We have stayed in close connection with key service partners, including government policy bureaus. For instance, luncheon gatherings were held with the Food and Health Bureau and the Labor and Welfare Bureau, where our Rotary leaders had close encounter and discussion with the secretaries. To pave way for further extension and development of our membership, the Rotary Alumni Association was set up in February 2018 in our district. The inauguration dinner was highlighted by the presence of one of the outstanding scholars sponsored by Rotary, Professor Sophia Chen, currently the Secretary for Food and Health of the Hong Kong SAR government, who shared with us her experience and sentiments as a Rotary scholar. We were honored with the visit of Rotary International President Ian Risley to our district to officiate at the gala dinner and awards ceremony of the One, an international program initiated by District 3450 since 2012 to honor the unsung heroes. In the same evening, the award ceremony of the One Hong Kong was also held, and our Chief Secretary for Administration, the Honorable Matthew Cheung, who is also with us today, was our guest of honor, addressing the audience and presenting the award to our unsung hero in Hong Kong, the One Hong Kong 2017. We were pleased to receive Rotary Foundation Trustee Chair Paul Lessel in early May. Apart from reminding Rotarians to continue donating to the Rotary Foundation during his brief visit to Hong Kong, Trustee Chair Paul made site visit to a global grant project conducted in one of the public housing estates in Hong Kong. He was highly impressed by the inventions made by young people who benefited from the global grant project, which gave them the opportunity to learn how to use the computer and to develop applications such as robot games and the use of solar energy. Rotarians celebrated their achievements and reviewed their work through an annual district conference. Our district conference for Rotary year 2017-18 was well attended by more than 500 Rotarians and their family members and friends. We had very good speakers, including the acting financial secretary, speaking on the importance of innovation and technology to Hong Kong. We were most encouraged by the representative of Rotary International President, past Rotary International Director Gordon McKinley, who officiated at the opening of the district conference. He highly appraised the event as the best district conference he has ever attended. There were also some relaxing moments during the busy life of a district governor. During the past 12 months, we enjoyed great fellowship through events such as visit to the Gobi Desert in Mongolia, a self-driving tour of Xinjiang, the district golf tournament, and the Rotary Centenary Challenge Cup event held in the Happy Valley Race Course. We ended the Rotary year with a delegation of over 90 people joining the Rotary International Convention in Toronto in end June, where we met the other 25,000 delegates from other districts and learned from world leaders the latest trends and development of various issues and problems faced by communities and how Rotarians could help in addressing them. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, instead of going on telling you more stories, I would like to refer you to the district report of 2017-18, a copy of which is placed within the bag that you have got in your seat. You will find the report other interesting projects and activities and pictures. I hope you will bring it home and enjoy reading it. Nevertheless, what I have said and what the report touches on represents only a fraction of the many activities done by Rotarians in our district. More information about the work of our Rotarians can be found in the website, Facebook, and reports of individual Rotary clubs. I would like to close my address by saying that I'm proud that with accomplishment and confidence, we march into the Rotary year of 2018 and 19. Incoming District Governor Y.C. Ho and his club presidents and district officers will be the inspiration team leading our district to scale new heights. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the club presidents of Rotary year 2017-18 in District 2450, who are now sitting behind me, and my team of district officers. They are the key persons who have made all that I have said to happen. They are truly making a difference to the community. Last but not the least, I would like to thank my wife, Irene, and my family members for their understanding and support. I have to apologize to my newborn granddaughter for not having spent enough time to entertain her after her birth 7 months ago. It should not be too difficult for me to make amends in this regard, while I will continue my contribution to Rotary in less busy positions. My dear friends, thank you again to all of you, especially for your patience with me. Thank you.
Thank you, 2017-2018 District Governor H.W. Fong. Please remain on the stage.
Now comes the most important moment of tonight's ceremony. May I invite our guest of honor, Honorable Matthew Jiang, past Rotary International President Gary Huang, 2018-2019 District Governor Y.C. Ho to come forward for the installation ceremony.
2017-2018 District Governor H.W. Fong, we have much pleasure in presenting to you 2018-2019 District Governor Y.C. Ho to receive at your hands the benefit of installation. We would also like to invite guests of honor, Honorable Matthew Jiang JP and past Rotary International President Gary Huang to witness the installation of our new District Governor. Let's take a group photo before the ceremony.